Tom Ingram is here, 38 points behind in the championship title chase. It's on, and it's a weekend where you can really have some fun, I'm sure.
It is, and this is the 5th year I've come into the final race at Brands Hatch, kind of in contention to win the championship. So, I feel like I've been here before, never quite managed to get it over the line. So, I've done it a few times now, and every time we've come up slightly short. So it's, not the first time I've been here, but I think this final weekend has a very special feeling whatever goes on. There's the pressure of the title fight. There's all the eyes at the front of the championship battle. So it's always an exciting one. It's always a nice one to come to. And it's a circuit that I think all of us drivers will agree is probably one of our favourite circuits that we come to. So from that perspective, it's a good circuit to finish the campaign on. And
it's always the time of season where everyone reflects on what might have been. And you only have to go back 2 weeks to that second race at Donington. And, that made all the difference, the disqualification there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite lucky that I can... I've always been quite a positive person. I've always been sort of looked to the future, not the past. So I've kind of forgotten about it. It is what it is. There's bits and pieces that we can probably all learn from it, right and wrong. But there are bigger problems as well when you start looking back. We had that Alton Park weekend that we scored 7 points. We had the Thruxton race at the start of the year. So you can start to look back and the what ifs, the could have beens. But every other driver's got a story to tell on the grid as well of how it was their championship that they should have won. So it's always one of those championships that you look back at, and it's always one of the championships that plays for consistency. We've seen that over however many years, and a good friend of mine said a little while ago, you just have to finish 7th in every race to win it, right? Which is a hard thing to take, if I'm honest. But that's literally what it's like. If you were to finish 7th every single round of the championship, you'd be there or thereabouts at the end. Yeah. So it's really a case of consistency. And unfortunately, you've got to make your bad weekends not terrible, just okay. And if you can be like that, that really is the key to the championship.
Yeah. So that's the plan for next year, finish 7th in every single race.
All the way through.
The plan for tomorrow, obviously, is aggression. I mean, what sort of level of aggression and how much do you have to rein in and sort of talk to yourself and keep yourself calm around there?
From a circuit, it encourages that. It's a circuit that rewards bravery, especially out the back. You've got those really high, those 3 high-speed corners, one after the other. So it rewards a bit of bravery anyway. But the trouble is with this place, it is quite difficult to overtake. You need a bit of an early overlap on somebody if you are going to make a move. But you're absolutely right. Aggression, unfortunately, is going to be the key to it this weekend. We've got to get forwards. We've got to get as many points as we can. But then at the same time, you've also got to have in the back of your mind, we do have to stay out of trouble. We do have to make sure that we're in a position that should Ash drop the ball, make a mistake, get caught up in a drama, that we're there to capitalise from it. There's no point being super aggressive, taking ourselves out for then Ash to not finish and be kicking ourselves thinking, what if, what could have been? So you have to play a quite a strategic game of chess this weekend to make sure you're as aggressive as possible, but make sure you don't get involved in too many dramas at the same time.
And then again, there are other prizes at stake. I mean, you are in a position to nick the independent drivers title off Ash. I mean, is that in your thought? You've been that way before, twice, isn't it?
Yeah, so I've won it twice, 17 and 18. You know what, if I'm honest, Steve, I've not even looked at the independent drivers. I've not looked at it at all because I've been looking at the overall, because that's the one that we all go for. The independent drivers, of course, is a championship within itself. But you ask any of us, we're after the overall, and the independent drivers is one of those that sort of just goes along with it at the same sort of time. So, yeah, I think we're there or thereabouts with it. But like I said, the bigger prize that we're looking for is of course the overall, and that's the one we're going to be battling for.
Yeah, and you've got a great team behind you. I mean, 3 years in the championship, and here they are a factor on the final day.
It's great, and you know what? It's been really nice for me to see the progression come through as well, and to have, if I look back at this season, to that Snetterton weekend right at the start, it was amazing to go in and take a victory for Accelerate, their first ever victory, a victory for Hyundai, a victory for Accelerate when they're only 20 minutes away from the circuit as well. There were so many really cool things, having fans back for the first run. There were so many nice things that we can look back at this year. But I think the bigger picture is that we're going to see Banks full tomorrow for the finale. It's going to be a great one to have fans back for the final round of the championship. Hopefully, we can all put on a good show and finish on a high.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic. If only you'd finish 7th in every race of the season.
If only.
Yeah. Tom, thanks.
Thank you, Steve.